Welcome, you crazy cats, to the new Dakota Boys Talk Movies.
Woohoo!
More like, woo!
That's right, folks. It's my favorite time of the year. Halloween.
Oh, man, I was going to say Columbus Day.
No.
Sorry, Native American. I'm just kidding.
That's not a real holiday.
No, it's not.
I don't. That out there.
It isn't. It's weird that you can't go to the bank on that day or mail. Anyway, moving on.
I believe it's a conspiracy, man.
Conspiracy. Well, the government just wants more days off.
Exactly. That's the conspiracy.
That's the conspiracy.
Those congressmen, man, they don't need any more days off.
They're like, we're off because it's Boxing Day. That's Canadian, sir. Well, it isn't anymore. America.
Bastille Day.
Bastille Day.
When we stormed the Bastille.
You remember, I think isn't that the brand of my fridge? Bastille?
Holidays that we don't celebrate, there are holidays we don't celebrate, which I'm shocked. Victory over Germany Day.
Yeah, like VE Day and VJ Day. Yeah, you'd think. Yeah, I think we kind of combine those, I guess, into like we have Veterans Day coming up. Is that when we're supposed to celebrate? Thank you for winning wars for us.
We burn Hitler in effigy. Is that what we're supposed to be doing on that day?
Do we make Hitler piñatas and then beat them? Or do you make piñatas of things you love? I always get confused.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is you can't do anything Japanese, then you're racist.
That's true. Well, but Germans and Russians are white, so it's a little easier to hate them. Because we all hate white people.
I would like to see some more swastikas burning on the news as opposed to them flying the flag up now. That's where I'm at right now, people.
And in the vein of swastikas, Dakota is going to be giving us his hot take here on the new Halloween movie, which is just called Halloween.
Yes, Halloween. I do not like that title, by the way. I feel like there should have been... Once again, we're on the colon.
They should have called it All Hallows Eve. Or how about the day before All Saints Day?
Like Halloween. You can't call it the Return of Michael Myers or something. But just something like...
Yeah, well, they did one that was the Curse of Michael Myers or something. Wasn't there one called that?
You can't, reference the anniversary, because there was a movie that referenced the Halloween anniversary, H2O. Dumb title as well, people. I never liked that
It was
title.
H20.
When they announced them, Halloween water? Is it,
yeah.
So what?
Is Holla water? Holla. All right. Well, yeah. Okay, so who did Danny McBride, he directed this, am I right?
No.
He didn't?
I'm sorry. I did a bunch of research for this movie before I went to go see it just because of how stoked I was. The trailer for this movie was so I thought good. It was moody and atmospheric and promised some genuine scares and stuff. David Gordon Green is the director.
Oh, David Gordon Green. Okay.
Danny McBride, as far as I know, he did work on the script.
Okay, that must have been it. Yeah, he did the script with David Gordon Green.
Yeah. And he, when he was talking, I'm sorry, I can't talk tonight, guys. Some of the things he did promise to do actually happened in this movie, and he wanted to bring it back to the original, pay homage to what had come before. Taking out all the stupid. Michael is. Sorry, I'm forgetting her name. Laurie's sister.
Laurie Strode, right?
Laurie Strode, is his sister. Oh, he is a demonic force that can't be stopped.
Yeah, wasn't it a druid curse?
Yeah.
That gave him his powers in the later sequels?
Yeah, it's just, get rid of the niece that had some sort of telepathic connection with him. And
so, if you're wiping all that out, does that mean he's just an old guy?
He is literally in his 60s. Because, no joke, I'm not in little twist of irony. In the movie, some podcasters go to see him.
Okay.
And they're saying they're investigative journalists, and somehow they have gotten hold of the mask that he wore when he went on his rampage years ago. This movie is completely ignoring every Halloween movie except for the first one, people. So that kind of they're saying his body count was only like 4 people, which I think is, if I remember right, was the teenagers he killed. It's actually off though, because he did kill another guy. He got that sweet one piece from a dude, and left his body on the side of the road. And the original one, Donald Pleasant's character, found him, or found his car. I don't think he found the body, but yeah. So this movie's off because he did kill one guy, one extra guy.
Oh,
one non-teenage guy. But yeah, this just kind of getting back to everything. This movie's very, very atmospheric. John Carpenter returned to do the score.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I find that incredibly interesting because he did a movie not too long ago, and I watched it on Netflix, and it wasn't that good. And he kind of attributed
That's kind of the story of his career, in my opinion, where it's like he'll have one just like on fire hit, and then it's like he'll do 6 more that are just like, you're still great. We'll just forget those happened.
But yeah, he came back to do the score, did a great job. Because one of the things that really propels this movie is that score, that creepy. I can't even do it good.
Does he do the old like synthesizer type music?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, but kind of getting back to the meat of the potato here. Story goes, obviously, some time has passed since the events that took place in the movie. Laurie Strode, now a grandmother. She had a daughter. Her daughter, of
been
course,
eating her Activia yogurt to keep regular. I've seen her in the commercials.
Her daughter had a daughter. Time has not been kind to this character. And that's definitely one of the interesting things about this movie is she's obviously struggling with PTSD. Kind of implied she's alcoholic. Her daughter was actually taken away, I think, at 14 because she had gotten involved in these like survival technique stuff, and she was teaching her daughter how to use a gun. And she has this really strained relationship with her daughter, but everything's pretty good with her granddaughter. That's kind of where and honestly, I feel like this movie maybe would have been kind of a notch above where it is if they had kind of stuck with what was going on with Laurie. Because eventually, not eventually, but the story does get to the point where it's almost kind of a rehash of that original movie. Michael Myers, I don't know. I did kind of find, after I watched the movie, I thought about it a little bit, and there is Michael Myers in the movie, of course, is being moved to a different place of incarceration at night with no like kind of police escort or anything on this bus with some fellow patients. Something happens, bus crashes, he escapes. Of course, first thing he does when he's free, goes on a killing rampage. Hoorah!
Of course.
And I don't know. There's kind of pros.
Where did he get the mask again?
Oh, he eventually runs into these podcasters. You kind of see the scene in the trailer when he's confronting the lady who's in the stall, and he pours out the teeth. But yeah, he gets, and oddly enough, this happens at a truck stop, which is, and I think the 4th Michael Myers film is where he kind of went to not only steal a ride, but steal another one-piece jumpsuit. And him and Donald Pleasant's kind of
Halloween 4. Michael goes clothes shopping.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just maybe that's what he feels comfortable in.
Well, in the first movie, doesn't he find the mask in like a hardware store?
Yeah, you don't see him break in, but you just find out somebody broke into a hardware store. It's actually said he stole some masks.
Yeah, it's like there's masks in a hardware store, I guess.
But it's like, what was the other mask? Was it just?
It was just a bunch of those masks. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be hurting people. They might get dirty. What if they rip it? I need some backup masks.
Like, did he have a clown mask? Like a werewolf mask? Like what?
Yeah.
Did he have the little Zorro mask?
There's actually a deleted scene where it's just him in front of a mirror, just seeing which mask will work the best, and it's got like this kind of Cyndi Lauper music in the background, and he's just in front of the mirror, putting another one on. Just laughing, trying to figure out which one works, doing the whole like schlump shoulder things when he knows he looks bad. And he ended up settling on the creepy white William Shatner one. So,
well, that scene would have just ruined the tone of the original movie.
Yeah, well, that was why they had to cut it, because they were like, Cyndi Lauper doesn't really work with this John Carpenter score. So,
oh man. Hey, little side note: I noticed rewatching the original, as Laurie's in the car with her friend and she's being followed by Michael Myers.
Okay.
Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult and playing in the car, and I was like, wow, how did I not ever realize that before? I don't know, just cool little
before it was even ironic.
Cool little fact I just thrown out there for you guys. Back to my story. Okay, so Michael escapes, even though it's been like 40 years since he's been incarcerated. Finds his way to Haddonfield, which I don't know what the distance was, but he has an easy time of it. This dude doesn't like, I don't know how to drive these new cars. I don't know how to steal a car.
Again, there was a montage where it's him like fixing flats, peeing in the radiator, but they were like, you know what, this is a little too comedic for where we're going with this movie. But David Gordon Green was that was kind of his Pineapple Express roots, where he was like, I want to throw in this comedy, but I got to remember it's Halloween.
Oh, man. But anyway, he eventually makes it back to Haddonfield, and the guy just goes on a freaking rampage.
What is his motivation for killing?
Well, Donald Pleasance says in the first one that he's just pure evil.
Okay.
And that's what I always just went with. Like,
and on Halloween, he's just like wants to extra murder.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess that's probably why the dog in the first one freaked out on him, because there's that old kind of wives' tale, like if a dog doesn't like you, there's something wrong with you.
It's true. Toy dogs don't like me.
Also, in an ironic note, Hitler's own dog did not like him.
There you go. You learn something new every day, people.
All right, moving on. I'm bogging this thing down. All right. So we get some pretty interesting moments in this. One of them kind of harkens back to the original Halloween 2. I just realized this is like the third Halloween 2. Because there was Halloween 2, a remake of Halloween. That one had a sequel. And this is the sequel to the original one. What the hell?
Yeah, it's basically the original one has had 2 different sequels of 2 different timelines.
Exactly.
So it's kind of crazy.
Oh my gosh, what's going on here?
I don't know. And then Rob Zombies was a whole other Rob Zombie verse. So.
All right. Anyway, getting back to the story here. Yeah, there's a really interesting scene at this point in the movie where Michael is basically just trolling this neighborhood, and it's a really long tracking shot where he basically kind of walking around, picks up a weapon, and kills somebody. I'm not doing this scene any justice describing it to you people.
Well, I guess this is going to be morbid, but like, is he literally just killing him, or are they trying to do that thing where every death is like cleverly done?
No. This is... I think maybe it's because he's been locked up for so long. He has a lot of
he's just stabbing people.
Yes.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty gory.
I guess so.
The original one not so much, but this one, oh yeah, they brought the gore.
CGI blood. It's easy to do now.
But anyway, yeah. the story kind of progresses. Eventually, I don't know how to go from here. Basically, Michael Myers kind of gets trapped and gets lured to Laurie Strode's house, where supposedly she had the plan. She had kind of hoped he would eventually break free, come after her, because she had a plan to basically put him down. Like, this isn't the Laurie Strode from the first one. This Laurie Strode, like, has a house full of guns and, like, trapdoors and stuff. So, basically, there's kind of this cool scene where she's going through the house looking for Michael.
So this is Terminator 2 Sarah Connor.
Yes.
She is ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
And oddly enough, without spoiling the movie, there's kind of a recreation of that scene from the original Halloween, where Michael goes over the balcony. We think he's dead. Cut back to the lawn. Gone.
He's not there. Yep.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a nod to that in this movie, but it's got a twist.
Sure. Okay.
All right. There's a lot of really cool shots in this. They did a lot of really cool things. The movie kind of ends, basically, Laurie, her daughter, and her granddaughter kind of trap Michael in the house and set the place on fire. And they kind of just leave, assuming he's dead.
You never assume. After you think they're dead, you shoot them 5 more times. Have they not learned this yet?
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm trying not to give anything away. I'd prefer people to go see this just because I think it's that good. What can I say? Oh, I will spoil this, and it's not much of a spoiler. At the end, you do kind of hear the whole, which is supposed to be Michael breathing in his mask. So you're supposed to be left assuming that he is alive.
It's that druid curse. They're going to bring it into the next one, I'm telling you.
Oh, God. I hope not. Quick rundown of events. What did I love about this? Like I said, there was some tense moments in here. Moments that actually kind of had you on the edge of your seat. The tone of it was just really, really dark. Kind of. The music was perfect. It just set everything up fine, where you're like, what's going to happen now? Oh, man, what's going on? That sort of thing. And then, what can I say? Jamie Lee Curtis did a great job in this. This is probably the first film I've seen in, oh gosh, I don't even know how long, where she really, really showed off those acting chops of hers.
Christmas with the Cranks. That'd be the last one before this.
Oh, gosh. Oddly enough, the guy who played Michael Myers in the original one is also playing him in this. Because you do...
Oh, okay. The guy who played him in the original. So, Nick Castle?
Yes. Another little trivia fact for you. But as I should probably tell you, there are some kind of weak moments in this movie.
Like weak people who just die?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Without spoiling anything, the granddaughter and her friends are they're just kind of there. They don't serve to advance the plot, and they're not really helpful. They're kind of just there. There's actually a kid and the kid's babysitter actually have probably the best comedic relief in any movie I've been to in probably since, God, I can't even think. But besides that, Michael's psychiatrist, he's given kind of a little subplot. I thought it kind of distracted from what they were trying to do. Not majorly, but it's still in there. Didn't like it. And the fact that he was played by kind of just a schlub actor. I thought maybe it'd be better if they had someone,
the psychiatrist,
yeah, if they had someone there,
didn't have the Donald Pleasance presence.
no. What else to be left? I do have issues with the fact he's alive. Like this was kind of billed as, ooh, this is the final time these
kind of the final chapter.
These two are going around.
Sure.
But of course, this movie made a ton of money. Probably going to be a sequel, and it's like, well, what are we going to go down that sequel? So it's kind of, it's a catch-22 basically. Like,
sure,
Michael's alive, the Michael we love, but it's 60-year-old man Michael. Like, how much more?
Especially if he's just a human being, it doesn't have any weird supernatural.
How much more of a rampage does this old man have left in him?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I guess I will grade this. What do you think? Stars, hearts? I'm kidding.
How about knives?
Knives?
How about 1 to 5 knives?
I would give this 3 knives.
3 knives.
3 knives.
3 knives out of 5. So you think it's a
actually scratch that 3.5. I'm sorry.
3.5 knives out of 5. So this is you give this a nice solid good movie to watch this time of year then?
Yes.
Worth seeing in theaters?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Just for that score alone, man.
For that score alone. Well, if you were in the theater Dakota and I were in recently, that particular theater, the speakers were plenty loud. So, yeah. Okay, well, there you go. 3.5 knives out of 5 for Halloween 2018. So, yeah, we hope you enjoyed listening to Dakota giving the rundown of that movie.
Or if you didn't, let us know.
Or you can let us know that way, too. And, yeah, what are some... Are there any of you that are mad that they're just ignoring those other ones? Maybe you are a Halloween 3 Season of the Witch fan, and you're like, why can't they bring that one back into this universe?
Steven, do such people exist?
I guarantee there's somebody out there just nostalgic. They saw it at a impressionable age, so it's their favorite.
I watched that movie when I think I was a teenager. I was a punk teenager.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You're already a punk.
Probably about 14. I saw that, and I was just confused because it's like, this is a Halloween movie. It's called Halloween 3. There's no Michael Myers.
It's an anthology, Dakota. Learn about anthology. No, yeah. Anyway, yes, you can tell us your opinions on any of this on Facebook. Find us on there at the Dakota Boys Talk Movies. Best place to find us. And then we hope that if you enjoy listening to our show and haven't subscribed yet, you do that too. On YouTube, iTunes, any place you may listen. You can even set a skill in your Alexa to listen to us through your Amazon Echo. I apologize for saying Alexa. Alexa. Are all your Alexas turning on now because I'm saying that? I am sorry. Hope you're using earbuds. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for listening to this slightly spooky, scary episode of the Dakota Boys Talk Movies. This is Steven.
This is Dakota.
We'll see you later.